up, everyone? I hope this thing is can hear me. I said we're telling everybody that your video started. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Talk to me, people. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. Can y'all hear me? I'm waiting for my man Michael Hunter. What's up, peeps? I forgot that I made an appointment. I don't hate Fury. What are you talking about? I love Fury. I think he's comical and he's great for boxing. Um, Yeah, so I'm trying to talk to my man Michael Hunter. He's supposed to be coming on live. When I see a request, I will get the request in. I'm in the car. Let me tell him. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Talk to me. We get ready to head to the gym, get some work going. But I figured I'd stop and talk to my man Michael Hunter first. Um, bro, they disrespected. Just yeah. Well, I have my opinions on that boxing with YouTube thing. I just had a long conversation with my main man Dewan, Floyd's cousin. He made me see things a little different. Um, Floyd deserves to be able to fight and make easy money. So I guess that's what it is. I'm just not buying it, but that's my choice. You seen a new boxing game called ESP? I don't even play video games, champ. I never did. Never was into it. There you go. Yo, champ, tell Michael Hunter to send me a request. Tell Michael Hunter to send me a request. I'm here waiting. Talk to me. Ramirez all day. Ramirez, I'm Team Ramirez, 100%. Restart the live. Got you. Why should I restart the live? What's wrong with it? What I think about Billy Joe Sanders, I think he was in over his head. Ramirez by TKO decision. I want to say, I think it goes the distance. I think it goes the distance. Talk to me. I got Michael Hunter coming. I'm waiting for my main man, the heavyweight. Yo. Haney Linares. I'm going to give my prediction on that fight the night of the fight. Once I see the weigh-ins, once I see how those guys looking, then I'll give my prediction. I know Devin Haney is always going to be in shape, but I want to see what Linares is looking like, and then we'll talk. What's up, G Money? Hunter. Nah, that's a. I mean, I don't like that fight for him, but Hunter versus Fa. I don't really like that fight for him. The size is crazy, but he probably will take it for sure. I'm waiting for Michael Hunter. Anybody out there? Michael, where are you, brother? Let me see. What you think about the heavyweight shit going on? I thought it was going to happen. I anticipated it happening, but I just didn't know it would happen so soon. To be honest, I did not know it was going to happen. So what's up, Tanya? How you doing? Yeah, I would love to get Terrence Crawford. Um, I think Terrence Crawford has a select few people that he messed with in the boxing audience. So I'm probably not on his list, but I do respect him 100%. Design needs to feature a mute commentator. I agree. Good, Tanya, my peoples. Yeah, I'm getting ready to head. I'm waiting for my son to get off work, and we're gonna head into the gym so we could get some work. Got my youngest training, my oldest training. Tyson lied to the boxing public about the fight. Tyson was being optimistic, in my opinion. I think he was hoping that the arbitrator ruled in his favor, and listen, it's boxing. That's why I tell everybody often, is anybody that will listen to me, 100%. A fight is not a fight until the fight is a fighting. So I don't get excited. I mean, I'm like everybody else. When I see a matchup or whatever, I get a little excited. But the reality is, a fight ain't a fight until the fight is a fighting. So this is not expected. This is boxing. It happens all the time, man. Yeah, I am too, man. I'm really excited. And my son just told me just now in the car. He was like, "Dad, I really, really like this. I'm happy." My oldest said, I gave him a chance to get out of it, right? Because he went to school all day, then he went to work for 5 hours, and I said, "Yo, what?" I said, "You too tired?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm tired, but we still got to go." So I was like, "Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. Got to keep pushing." So I was excited about that. Let me see who's the request. I'm waiting for Michael Hunter to send me a request. I haven't seen one yet. Yeah, I'm excited too, Tanya. They really coming along. And I got some young little fighters in there that I'm training, and some older ones I'm helping out. And so I'm excited about it, man, because I could talk boxing and do boxing all day. So this is actually giving me an incentive to get my fat ass in shape too. So this is what I'm loving, and I can't let my boys do the work without doing it with them. You know, they say those who can't teach, those who can't do teach. But I'm gonna change that stereotype. I can do and teach. What you think about Logan Floyd if Floyd loses, bro? I just was talking to Jawan Floyd's cousin about that. Yo, we was joking about it. I said, could you imagine what will happen to Floyd's career if that boy wound up knocking Floyd out or landing a big blow on the top of his head or making Floyd wobble? Now I get you got to sell the fight, but could you imagine what happens to Floyd? Oh my goodness. Oh, it'll be over. The haters will be so elated that somebody landed a punch that's not a boxer on Floyd. My God. And you know what? I would look. I don't even want to put it out in the universe, man. What's up? MJ get off at 7:15, but he changes his clothes. Yeah, man. I'm still waiting for my man. I don't see any. Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm just accepting him. I sent him a request, so we're waiting to see. There you go.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, my brother? How what up?
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh man, I've been trying to get with you for a long time, man.
Oh, really, really, man. I'm really horrible with. I'm trying to. I'm getting my team situated so I can start knocking these things down, man. So thank you for your patience.
No, I appreciate you, man. You know, I'm a big supporter, long supporter. I don't know what's up with your thing. You're not coming in 100%, but we can still talk, man.
Oh, well.
It's like I don't know what is it? What do they call lagging?
Yeah, I'm breaking up.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because I'm out and about. Initially, I thought that we I didn't get confirmation for you. I sent the email, but I was waiting to get confirmation. That's why I'm out and about. But I've already
Okay.
got that confirmation. Yeah, but no, I'm happy to talk to you, man. I've been excited to do it. So listen, what 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 are you doing outside of like I know you left Matchroom, you're not with Matchroom anymore, so you're creating your own promotion team. What you got going on, bro?
Well, I've already had a management team for quite some time. BDEF has always been around for years now. Um, I've always kind of been in that independent role and
Right,
always been on the the dark horse type of situation. So you know
right.
that's where we at.
Yeah. So I mean, because I came at Eddie Hearn a few times in Matchroom because I feel like they was being selective with who they wanted to push, right? And with your fight
Absolutely.
with after your fight with Povetkin, right? That was your last fight with Matchroom, correct?
That's right. That's right.
And so I mean, was your contract up for renewal or what happened there?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like though that I was after those three fights, I was in a position to where they were gonna have to fully embrace me or basically kick me off to the side. So, just from me fighting and the accomplishments that I did at that short little period of time, it's like my stock had risen and had met a certain point to where they were gonna have to feed me one of their real hometown guys. Because if you watch, I wasn't fighting any of their guys for real. They weren't
Right.
trying to make any shows that were fighting, So there, I was there just to fill in the cards. You know what I'm saying? I can fight. I mean, I'm always coming 100% ready. So I just think that me being, I was there for crisis control is what we called me, and I was there, for the job. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they used me for. So I think that they. Just didn't really want to renew it. It was, they had other plans. Like they signed Martin Bacoli shortly after. They signed,
Gotcha.
other fighters. So I think they had their own little strategies, especially because of the whole COVID situation. Then they lost their belt to Andy Ruiz. I think they just had to kind of sit down and reconstruct some stuff.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So now, when you look at the heavyweight landscape, most of those guys are like 6'6", 6'7". Um, how do you think you fare with those guys? Say you get a matchup with like Deontay Wilder, or you and Usyk already did it. He's not that big of a heavyweight, and a lot of
Right.
people say the same thing about you, that you're not that big of a heavyweight. Um,
Right.
would you ever consider going down or back to cruiserweight?
No, my dream is always to be a heavyweight champion of the world. The biggest, baddest, and most electrifying man. So, I have no plans on going back down to any weight class. I originally started off as heavyweight, even in the amateurs and as a pro. So there's always been I've always been my forte has always been heavyweight division. My dad was the same way, smaller
Yes,
heavyweight.
yes.
So this is something I've been having an eye for quite some time since I was young. This is something I grew up in.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, like I said, I was just pushing the question out there because I I look at the cruiserweight division and I say it's wide open. Um, they have the Bridgerweight title, which is another division that could be yours for the taking, or any person in your realm due to your height and things like that. You know what I mean? Would
Yeah.
that ever consider you? Would you ever consider um, fighting for the Bridgerweight title?
Well, I've had this conversation quite some time, and originally I shot it down. I, you know, I just always wanted to be a heavyweight. So, but the more I kept talking about it, I'm like, hey, if they're gonna open up the weight class, that's my weight class anyway. I don't
Right.
get any bigger or any smaller than what the weight class is. So I'm gonna be in that weight class regardless. So if they were to put that weight class, I would easily get a belt. The guys that they had, the guys that they had at the ranks, that was perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? So if the opportunity's there, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. 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 So I mean, how with the way you move in, and I don't think people are running to fight you, even though they call you a small heavyweight. How hard is it,
Right.
or how easy has it been for you to get fights?
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of been the hardest part of my career is staying active and getting fights. Just straight from the jump. I've had a slow start. Then I was with PBC, and even when I fought Usyk, I didn't fight for a year prior with PBC, and I was begging and begging, and I actually ended up getting the Usyk fight and letting them do the work for it. So it was just at a time where I don't know, it just my energy ran out with PBC, and I had to make my own situations. That's why I ended up going to fight Martin Bacoli, put
Right.
my record on the line, going in their turf. So it's just a growing situation. You know what I'm saying? I have to take it one step at a time, and as long as it's we going upward and it's progress, then we're good. When I have to take these fights and put and when I have to put all the odds against me, I don't mind doing that. But you know, boxing is a business. They made it such a business. It's more business than boxing. We're like at 80-20,
Absolutely.
80-20 right now. So you just have to learn how to fight a little bit and know how to do the business. And I think it sucks
No, I
because
agree.
I kind of they trying to kind of crucify me for, taking the business route for with the Triller. I got a multi-fight deal with Triller, instead of taking the IBF mandatory. So I mean, it didn't matter whoever it was, Hergovich, anybody. If it wasn't Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, I wasn't really, we're really not that interested in the continuing with the situation. So that's where it was. Triller gave me a fight opportunity I could not turn down. For the first time in my
Absolutely.
career, I'm pretty much A side. You know what I'm saying? I got the odds in my favor when it comes to that. They're embracing me in that fashion. So, um, you know, 22 fights, fighting my way through it. I decided to take what was best for me.
Oh man, and listen, like you said, I agree with you 100%. Boxing is a business, and for the people that don't understand, you are putting your risk, your life on the line, everything. You go into the ring and you laying it all on the line. So you have to do what's best for you when it's best for you. And congratulations on that Triller deal too, bro.
Thank you.
I got wind of it. I thought that was a great move for you. But did you ever get to the point where things wasn't going right and you felt like, man, I don't know if I really want to do this? Did that ever happen for you?
As far as what, boxing?
Boxing, like you get so frustrated and be like, you know
this,
what?
I think about that. I got a relationship with this boxing. I've had,
Right.
And when you have a relationship, you go through things. Sometimes you don't like it, sometimes you do, sometimes you hate it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have to grow through a lot of these situations. Uh, I was in love with boxing. You know what I'm saying? I am in love with boxing.
Right.
Boxing is who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of me. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's definitely been times where, you just don't want to do this. And it's not even really about. It's really about the business. I'm not in love with the
Right.
business of it. So. But the boxing, if it was if it was some gym stuff, if they came in our gym and we came in, or I had to go travel over there, that's what we about. We're fighters. You know what I'm saying? I like that
Right.
stuff. The best fights and the best sometimes are in the gym. And
Absolutely.
I go around. If you look at my track record, look at anybody that I sparred, I go around looking for work like that. You feel me? I've traveled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just to test my skills. You know what I'm saying? It really had nothing. The money was there, but it was more for me to get the experience.
Right. And with your pedigree, I can see how you can trust yourself. I mean, you're a skilled guy, man. I don't care what they talk about, because anytime they talk to me about your size, I always bring up Chris Bird,
Right.
because he wasn't the biggest heavyweight, but he was definitely a dominant fighter. And your pedigree, your pops. I mean, you come from a great lineage of fighters. So what do you see for you in 5 years? What's your goal? What's the goal? Did you set a realistic goal for yourself?
Well, yeah, I think eventually, they're gonna have. I'm gonna have no choice but to have a world title shot. So at some point within those 5 years, definitely I'm gonna have my chance. I just, moving. It's taken me much longer because I'm a fighter by nature, and I thought that you had to fight through this. And really, we have, it's a business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is what it is. It's funny because they really get mad when somebody like myself, an independent, fighter, does good business moves. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really have any problems, doing their own business moves, and they wanted me to, fight and blah 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 for all these times. But now, when I did the move that I did, and it was yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just pulled up at the gym. They was
No,
talking
you
about
good.
mouthpieces are being made. We missed it. I apologize. Listen.
No,
So
no,
so when you say when you look at the heavyweight landscape, are you familiar with Chris Lovejoy?
yeah, that's my guy.
Okay, so he went out and he actually had a title shot with
Right,
Manuel Charles for
right.
a belt. Those kind of moves, how do you feel like it, like he deserved it, or he just hustled himself into that spot?
I feel like he deserved it because he hustled his way into the spot. You feel me?
Got you.
uh, it's all a business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they're getting mad because Jake Paul and, you know, all these people are you know, this is the same thing that's been going on for the last few years. It's just that now it's just gotten, it went to another level, and now it's gotten out of the business. It's got it out of the promoters' hands, the managers' hands. You know what I'm saying? They're having now. You're starting to have like Ryan Garcia. They got agencies that are starting to be involved in fighters. You know what I'm saying? It's turning into something else. They open these doors for that, for these people to realize that. You got like Triller putting in more of entertainment, which is, you know, something they've always talked about, something they've always done, but they never dared to actually put it in action. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can't be mad at the hustle. You know, I'm never going to be mad at somebody else's grind. I think boxing as a sport is evolving, and you know, evolves with the times. You know, back in the day, like Muhammad Ali, you know, when it was around then, it was okay to stand for something as far as a black man and a white, you know, and all that. Now, if you speak about that, you know, they try to point their fingers, and, you know, it's a different, if it's a different situation, you have to be a little more passive about the situation, you know.
No, I
Um,
agree.
so you have to just, I think it's just the layout of the land, and it's constantly changing and evolving. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. But I got to tell you, I got to be full disclosure. I'm not one of those guys that's happy for the YouTube hustlers. I mean, a boxing hustler, Chris Lovejoy, all praise to him. He got what he's supposed to get, and he worked himself to getting that. But the YouTube guys, I just don't see them paying dues, and I think it's just jumping the line. Now, that's just my opinion. I know young fighters who's paying for fights still, who I have to send material to help them get equipment, and I see those guys making multi-million dollar deals off of fighting in boxing rings, and these
That's
young
right.
guys can't do that. So for me, it's a little bit of a sore spot for me, but I respect it. I respect the hustlers. I can't buy into that YouTube thing. So for you, now that fight that Chris Lovejoy, would you be interested in that Manuel Charles fight?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, he has a title that would be a step closer. You know,
Right.
obviously, we want to be able to fight the big names. Um, you know, so we're just gonna keep continuing to move forward. Right now, you know, like I said, I got a fantastic deal with Triller. Um,
Right.
you know, Triller stepped up, and you know, you know, they did what they were supposed to do. You know, originally I tried to have them uh, take on the purse bid, and you
Right.
know, uh, actually they were going to do the purse bid, but Eddie and them, you know, got wind of it, and at the last minute they started pulling out extensions and extensions and extensions, and just so
Wow.
they could talk out, you know. And look, this is business, you know. I can't be mad at it. You know, it is what it is. You know, I played my cards, they played theirs, and they wasn't able to get. I wasn't able to get them to, you know, actually bid. Originally, they were, and they talked them out of it. And so now that I made this move, it's just like, how could they be so mad? You know?
Right. You know, I get it. And like as always, like, the guy that wanted the girl, but when she got hot, now they didn't want her at first, but now she hot, everybody want her.
That's
You know
right.
how that go, right? But how do you get those big names to take notice of you?
Well, I think that I have to push them to you know, have no other choice. You know what I'm saying? Through,
Right.
you know, obviously there's tons of different avenues by pushing them through popularity, and mandatory positions, you know, and getting in the right position to just put their back against the wall. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
keep performing, um, keep showing out. You know what I'm saying? So claiming
Right.
my you know, claiming my case.
Right. Because you've been in the ring with like Tyson Fury, you sparred with him, right? You've been in the ring with other guys. They're not dominating you, right?
Absolutely not. And see, the thing is the fighters, our peers amongst us, they know what's going on. You know, they know that
Right.
I'm not I'm not just somebody they're gonna like be picking their hey you know what I'm saying? They know that I'm gonna have to be in a position where they're gonna have to fight me. I mean,
Right.
I was supposed to fight Philip Hergovich the whole time I was with PBC. I mean, when I was with Matchroom and with them, I could have fought. Me and him fought on the same cards every time. We could have easily.
Right.
At that point, I was at to a point where I had to take whatever they gave me, and I was taking
Gotcha.
everything that anybody they gave me. I didn't. There was no yes or no's about any of those fights that I was on about PBC. I mean, on Matchroom. It was whoever they gave me in front of me. That's who I fought. So, um, you know, uh, I just think it's it's a game of chess. You know, you got to play it.
And and this brings up to the next point, right? Um, you got you with Triller, you got Andy Ruiz with PBC, you got Anthony Joshua with Matchroom, you got Tyson Fury with Matchroom with Top Rank and
MTK.
the other yeah MTK, and so how does that work in business? Because boxing is a business. How do the networks come and get you involved, and how do they make those fights happen? Right? Because when I mean you're a great fighter, but you're not the name
That's right.
marquee yet, right? So they make big fights happen for big name guys, right? How do they make you get that fight, and whose network would it be on? How does that business is
Well, well,
made with
well.
this move you made?
It's yeah. Well, it's not easy. It's not. It's definitely not easy. You know, especially dealing with the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division is
Right.
the most prominent. You know, division. It's the most lucrative division. You know, that has since history. You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
it's not gonna be easy because all the eyes and all the attention is in the heavyweight division. So I think that I have to show up and show out come June 19th. I think that's for start. You
That's
know
a
what I'm
stepping
saying?
stone. That's a stepping
Um,
stone.
yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, no, I was saying that's a stepping stone. That's how you get. Each performance you're going to be rated by, no matter what you do, whether how if you win, no matter how you win, you're going to be rated for it. Um,
Exactly.
but I know that the hardcore boxing fans know who you are. They respect your fight game, and I know the gym circuit understand and respect your boxing game. Would would you be interested in a fight with Andy Ruiz if that could be made right away?
Yeah, I like that fight. That's a fight I would definitely take. I've sparred with him. I sparred with him for the Joshua Andy Joshua 2 fight.
Right.
I've sparred with him completely many of times. I fought him in the amateurs. I know that he's with PBC, so I don't know how what they how they feel about making fights outside of their own circle. But
Yeah.
once I like I said, I got to get into these mandatory positions and take the fights. I have to do what I have to do. It's
I
not an easy task, but like you said, I'm gonna have to just find a way.
right. And that's the frustrating part for me. And this is why what triggers me when it comes to the YouTube
Right,
phenomenon, because a guy like you, who's full-breaded, full-throated, involved, you should be ranked. You should be ranked high. You should Guys should get their shot to see who's the best, because the next best thing to the champion is the mandatory. Technically, the next best fighter should be the mandatory.
that's right.
And I think that with your talent, and with the business of boxing and the politics of boxing, my fear is that the boxing fans see you continuously fighting, but you beating guys, right? That's competitive, but you're gonna wash them. So then the
Right,
question becomes, it's a gift and a curse, right? Because you got a great lucrative deal, but the gift and the curse becomes, who has he fought? That's the first thing that everybody says. Who has he fought to get to this guy?
right.
And I think politics prevent those type of fights from happening whereas you can cross over to different guys, get different guys, and
Mhm.
get some real names. Beat the guys that the champs beat. That's how I think you get the recognition if
That's
you can
right.
move like that. You know?
That's right. And there's, everybody under that other low tier, like they're all kind of scared to fight each other anyway. Like Dillian White, Joseph Parker, all the under right under that say, um, you know, there's gonna be having to be some fights made. It looks like Anthony Joshua. I'm betting that he doesn't take that fight with Usyk. I highly doubt that he's gonna accept the fight. Uh, and he might let the WBO belt go or something like that. But I just don't see him getting in the ring with Usyk. Uh,
You think Usyk beats him? That's why.
yes, I think Usyk beats
Oh,
him. I think Usyk beats him, and the way he beats him is not like Andy Ruiz. See, when you're in the heavyweight division, it's much different. You're talking about heavyweights want to come through adversity. They want to get knocked down. They want to get hurt. They want to be able to know what when they go to the gym, they know what they need to work on, keeping their hands up. But when you
right.
lose, how Usyk would beat Anthony Joshua is going to be like losing and not really feeling like he lost. He's not gonna know how to come back from that. You know what I'm saying? There's not going to be too
Well,
much he could do.
respectfully, I'm gonna disagree with you. I think that Usyk is a listen, and this is just my opinion. I watched the fight with Derek Chisora and Usyk, right? I think Derek Chisora, if he didn't run out of gas, he was going to give Usyk the business.
That's
Um,
not that's not
so
Anthony Joshua though.
no, hold on for a second, and I agree. Styles make fights, but I think Anthony Joshua is a cerebral fighter, and that means he's a thinking fighter. And they prepare for their opponent. Um, and I don't honestly think that Usyk has the punching power to hurt Anthony Joshua.
He
Even though
doesn't.
Anthony Joshua, as historically they say he's chinny, but I would say Usyk is proficient and he can fight. But I think Anthony Joshua is a bigger power puncher and he would do extensive damage. And if you look at the history of his fights, every person he fought has been hurt, and he's been hurt in every one of his fights. But every person that he's fought has been knocked down within the first 6 rounds of their fight. And I think if he can get Usyk down, he's going to finish him.
Defense. He's a defensive first fighter. He's a pure boxer. There's there's a rule or law in boxing where you fight the boxers and box the fighters.
Right.
And I just don't think that they're gonna. I just see him outpointing him on maybe some soft. I don't see Anthony Joshua hurting Usyk either. I maybe see him hitting him with some decent shots, but I really don't see him catching him flush enough to hurt Usyk. I think Usyk wins by decision, and I mean I'm actually gonna bet that the fight won't happen.
Now, I disagree with you. I think wholeheartedly that fight happens because Anthony Joshua has one goal, and I know this to be true, is to be undisputed. And but for him to vacate a title for Usyk, it doesn't make sense. Usyk is not that tough in my estimation. Um,
AJ super chinny. What are you talking about?
yeah, no, I get you, but
No,
no, I see you responding to somebody. But I honestly, my honest opinion is that AJ is probably being underestimated, and I think that he's going. I think he's going to clean Usyk out. Really, I think he's cleaning Usyk out. He's going to stop Usyk, sure.
I don't see it happening.
No, I do, I do. Usyk
I don't
is
see it
talented,
happening.
but I think he's too small for that. For
I
that,
think he would have. I think Usyk has more trouble with Joe Joyce than Anthony Joshua.
but he
Even
beat Joe
even
Joyce already.
even from the last fight that Anthony Joshua fought,
Right.
from the last performance, he did much better than he's normally done. But
So
people
what does
don't.
that tell you?
But that tells me that that's better for people like Tyson Fury. That's better for people like Usyk. That's better for people like me because he's not that good. He got just enough. He got it made for the boxers who the real boxers that watched that fight. It made us more comfortable to see Anthony Joshua in that form than to see him in his beginning form. If that makes
So
sense.
So now, and I agree with you 100%. I get that. But now let's play devil's advocate. The the fact that he can do both, the one that gave you problems and the one that made you comfortable. I think when I say a cerebral fighter, a fighter is supposed to, because you know in boxing, you know as well, there's many ways to win a fight. You don't have to knock the guy out. So you don't always have to knock the guy out. So you can outpoint him, you can outbox him, you can outmove him, outslick him, outthink him. You can do all those things. Anthony Joshua came to that fight to do that. He was not intending to bang with Andy Ruiz because he knew he had fast hands, but he
Right.
also knew he had the longer range. So I think stylistically that was intelligent for him to make the adjustment, and that's what's missing in a lot of heavyweight division fights. A lot of guys stick to who they are, and they resort to what gave them their success. But listen, I respectfully disagree. We can agree to disagree, and if that fight get made, look, more power to us. We could talk about it over a steak or something. You know what I mean?
All day.
But yeah, I just think that and full disclosure, AJ is my guy, and I just think that Usyk is not. It's not it. He doesn't do it. I don't think he gives him his second loss. That's just my opinion. You
I
know,
I
I,
like it. I like it. I like to see another view because my view I couldn't see. I really can't see it no other way. I see Usyk outboxing him, and I don't think he hurts him. I don't think he. I think he just edges it. Um, yeah.
so, but now let's go to the politics in boxing for a second. If Usyk even, you think,
Say again.
I said if Usyk gets close, you think Usyk gets the call? If the fight is going to happen, it's going to be in the UK, right? You think Usyk can win in the UK?
Uh, yes, I do because just because of the way he would do it. You know what I'm saying? The way I think that. Yeah, I just don't see. Uh, I can't say I can see him winning. I could see it being very close. I could see him giving them some hard rounds just because of like you said his power. Anthony Usyk not really knowing how. I mean, he's a slow starter. He doesn't really he likes to try to figure it out in the beginning and be defensive. So
Right.
I could see it being very close in the end. I mean, in the beginning. Um, Unless, like
Yeah.
you said, I think maybe if AJ, if I mean now AJ got power and you like you said, he is an IQ boxer, so maybe he catches him, maybe he does hurt him.
Yeah.
I think it would be a different story. That's the good thing about heavyweights that it could change like that.
One
Um,
punch.
but in the race, when we're looking at the race, I think Usyk is going to be ahead in the race, and you know,
I got you. I got you. So now,
only
since now we're on this topic, um, Wilder, Fury 3. How does that go?
um, I see. I like Wilder. That's my guy. Um, I kind of see Tyson Fury winning by decision. Maybe I think because he got some energy. He's working with my man Malik, which
Yes, Malik Scott. Yeah, that's my guy. Yep.
I think is a good move for. I think that's a good move for Deontay. Um, I
Yeah,
didn't think it was.
fundamentally, yes.
Yes, I think that. I mean, uh, trainers get rid of fighters all day long. I think that the way he got rid of Mark was a little shady, but I think the move was that what he did was I think it was a good move to get with who he got with because I didn't think there was too many other people that he could get with. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That could
got you. I
help him.
got you. Yeah, I got you. And well, and I just think that honestly, he is an ego. He got to where he got to knowing what he knows. So the relationship that him and Malik Scott has is definitely beneficial for those guys because they fought before. They have a mutual respect. They have a brotherhood. So he had to humble himself to take lesson from a guy that he already beat. So I think that is going to be a success in that aspect. But in my opinion, does he beat Tyson Fury? I still think it's a 50-50 fight.
Me too. I mean, I would agree with that, but I kind of edge it on Tyson. I mean, Tyson. I mean, I feel like Tyson beat him out right out in the beginning in the first fight, um,
Yeah.
and and he had more of the odds against him, if you will. Um,
Right. Right.
him coming off of the certain situation, kind of being
Absolutely.
out of shape and stuff, and then he kind of closed the show in the second one. You know what I'm saying? So uh, that it probably plays a big part. I don't care what Deontay is going to talk about, but it's got to be in your mental. You feel me?
Yo, 100%. But now that you say that, do you think there's a need for a third fight?
Do I think there's a what?
A need for a third fight.
I mean, I think people want to see it. I think there's a controversy there. I think
What's the controversy though?
we people still argue that that he won that Deontay won the first fight, and the
Okay.
second fight there could be some. We don't know. I mean, obviously the arbitration was won. There was nothing. They didn't really catch Tyson Fury with the glove gate and all the things that were being opposed. So, but you know, there's a lot of people saying that a lot of different things. So I think that the people are the ones who make these fights happen. And if the people have disputes, then obviously they want to see the fight again. So
All right. So if you had to choose between watching Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury 3, and you had one choice, which one would you go for?
Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury or Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3. Which one you
And
go for?
I think I'd rather see the third show.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I, I'm really not interested in watching Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, um, go at it in a sense. Um,
Gotcha. I mean, because it's for all the marbles.
yeah, I mean, to me, when we speak about that, when we just talk about the things that we talked about,
Right.
it's only for all the marbles, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, yeah. So that's why I guess I'll be a little hater on that one. I'm a little biased. You know, I'm gonna
It's
just
all
keep it
good, man.
real.
We all got it, man. We all got it. You deserve one. You deserve it. So have you ever sparred Deontay Wilder?
Yeah, I mean, me and him were on the same Olympic team in 2008. I was the heavyweight. People know that I was the heavyweight. He was the cruiserweight.
No, I know
So
that. I know that. I know
so
that.
that
Yes.
was really my only sparring partner for a little bit. But he's gotten a lot better. He's had a lot of experience since then. Um,
Right.
you know, so yeah, I haven't sparred him he's been pro. Um, you know, we don't really get like that,
Yeah.
so never had
Okay.
the
Because
opportunity.
that was my next question. Do guys reach out to you to bring you into sparring?
I've had like Anthony Joshua on some sneaky type stuff, try to bring me into, try to, bring me into sparring. Then I've had some, yeah, I've had a few people, but really it was just like, even like Philip Hergovich, he tried to bring me into sparring, but then they tried to fight me, so it's just that, you know, sometimes it's a little sketchy. You know what I'm saying? If it's not good, if it's all hearted, then I would go for it. But it's usually sometimes it's really sketchy sometimes.
Okay. So what about a fight like with Brian Jennings? Would you ever spar him?
Now I never sparred him, but I would like to spar him. I think a sparring match with me and him would be better than a fight. Uh,
Yeah, I agree. Brian is a hard working guy who, man,
yeah,
who
I would love to
I don't think he gets
work
the
with him.
respect that he deserves. He's definitely a hard working guy. But listen, bro, I got my guys at the gym, man, and I got to go in and train, and I got to train with them. And I appreciate you taking your time. We need to reconvene this because this whole time I've been so distracted because I could not see your face. Once in a while, was coming in and out, and I think
Oh
we need
shit.
to redo this again. I don't know if this video will save. But I'm totally interested in chopping it up with you again, bro.
For sure.
Before your fight, after your fight, anytime, bro. I've been 100% support of you. We're trying to get you for the whole. As soon as you left Matchroom, I remember you was in the tunnel and it was storming, and I sent you a message. I was like, "Yo, bro, we got to get together, talk." And you was like, "Anytime," and then we just never linked up. But you, my guy, I wish you nothing but support, love, and the best success in everything you do, man.
Hey,
And
I
I appreciate
appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. I'll definitely be back on here, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Somebody, I do want to talk about that next time you come back on. When you mean he sneaky tried to bring you in, but we can talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Yep. One love.
Be great.